scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
For that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To the air, Allen. And the grab by Croft. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
Down 80. Check my 46. It's going this way, going this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Bang, bang.
On first down, it's goal. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
57, Mike 57. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, that'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now it's Darnold. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
That one complete to Anderson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 7-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they'll walk him back half the distance. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They're going to run this with a tight end. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now Darnold. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. Darnold for the red zone now. A screen to Bell. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever, and I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Single slot.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, and this one's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
57 to 5.
first down. Gore. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jets.
A run right side. It's Gore. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On 2nd and 1, Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Allen now looks to throw. He's got Gore. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Some people call it a shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass. All you're trying to do is open up the middle of the field, flip the ball forward. In this case, they didn't gain any yardage.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
To return is McKenzie. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And our focus now shifts to Frank Gore. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Allen going to get this one to Singletary, and he'll go down at the 28. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Switch it, switch it. Hey, hold. Middle. Hey, team 6.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen got an open man. It's Foster. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Allen to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. To throw, it's Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
No.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. It's a big run that time by Bell. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On second down now. It's Powell. Powell with a first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from the 20. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now the Bills have it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Singletary. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
He was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Now Allen, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Following the penalty, it's goal. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On first down, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense. And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw.
And caught by Thomas for a Jets touchdown.
Right on top.
Demaryius Thomas, 52 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 5 now. Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Open man here is Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bravo!
To throw again. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold caught here by Bell. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Darnold on 1st down. Thomas has got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
You get rocked
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep over the middle toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Gay now set to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's Bell. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
McKenzie now to return it. And fights through one man. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, Haywood! 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
From the 17, Allen. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Singletary here running out of the gun. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's complete to Croft. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
41, Mike. 41, go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Come on, QB, come on.
Allen now on 1st down. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he lost the football.
Let's go,
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now Bell. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo, 44 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Allen again.
You got to be precise.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
A first down throw, Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bell. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll go again with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson.
And broke his tackle.
Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Point after, right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Gets around him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that 1 pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Allen now looks to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York set to take the field. High-scoring first half, and to this point, a high-scoring second half. A lot of offense, Charles.
Very entertaining game for guys like you and me, being able to watch it. Anyone who's here in the stadium, they've got to be having a blast, wondering who's going to score next and who's going to gain an advantage. The people who hate this,
The guys that play your old position, right?
my old position, anyone on defense, this is not a satisfying game for them, not at all.
Yeah, these offenses rolling. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. On third down, here's Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
We got 3. Hey, Steve 6.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Singletary. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
I do need to take Tyler Croft off, so.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Allen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Steve McClendon busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Singletary. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. The Bills on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Darnold. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. On first down, it's Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Darnold on first down. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Darnold now to throw. A screen to Bell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Darnold. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Allen going to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And Singletary has it stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Darnold, and he finds Safarian Jenkins.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd down and 10, Darnold, incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No, a little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer, a chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. There's over.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air, Allen looking for his running back, and he's got him. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give Yeldon another crack. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Got him in. It's Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go, baby.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A first down throw, Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the dump off. It's second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On first down, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins.
Cheesy ass fucking